wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. Today na the main day, today na the big day, the day that everybody have been waiting for. The day that all nooks and crannies of the country don't they stand still now, they wait. Make them know or make them hear how the so-called tribunal, whether Nigeria will still be one, now them go decide. Whether Nigeria go scatter, it is in the hands of the judges at the election petition tribunal today. Anyway, that one will not be the issue for today. That's an issue for later, as we are waiting the announcement of the so-called decision from the 5 panel man judges that will decide whether they will still continue with the impunity that is happening in this contraption called Nigeria, or they will end it all. Everything depends on them. Well, before that, make una see how OHANAEZE don't carry their own mouth come chook for this matter. I don't know how it concern them. I don't know how they begin to talk, say the politicians want to use youths to cause chaos. How can politicians use youth to cause chaos? So you so-called OHANAEZE be waiting till they call on. So does it mean that you don't have youths in your own family? I mean, if you are OHANAEZE, either a chairman, vice, or secretary, or whatever office you are holding in that very particular nonsense society or that nonsense organization, so you don't have youth, are you telling me that the youths around you are enjoying what is happening to the country, that the politician will be now the one to instigate youth to go and protest over the illegitimacy that is happening in this country? You see, sometimes I don't even know who is giving this OHANAEZE brain that they used to come out to make some unnecessary and nonsense statements sometimes. My dear, listen to me and listen good, that no any single youth today, even the one from the rich home self or from the middle class, everybody now is complaining. Going to 100 days in office now, the Nigerians have been shattered to nonsense. Look at I saw one headline where the so-called Boko Haram vice president Shetima saying that Nigeria now is enjoying the removal of fuel subsidy. And I asked, do we have any other Nigeria elsewhere, or is it this NIG that we all are into? I don't understand. Which Nigeria? Maybe the Nigerians in the north. Yes, because that place now is called Nigeria, while the southeast is Biafra. The southwest is Oduduwa. So maybe the Nigerians in the northeast, northwest, and north central, they are the one that is enjoying the removal of fuel subsidy without any plans, only to be telling us that you want to give it all the whole state 5 billion, and at the end of the day you give them 2 billion. Then how does that one solve the problem or the issue at hand? But the National Assembly shared over 70 billion plus another 45 billion for exotic cars. Anyway, my wonderful people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are at this point in time. Well, I am back again with another blockbuster. As we are waiting for the announcement, I just want to bring this to our notice. How OHANAEZE don't carry their bad mouth come true for this matter of election petition tribunal. Presidential tribunal do not allow politicians to use you to cause chaos. OHANAEZE begs Nigerian youths. 2023 election. Obieze Kwesiri don't come out to reveals reason for damaged trust in the so-called INEC. Another matter we have here, UK is now, they want to proscribe Russia's Wagner group as terrorist organization. How? I don't understand. Anyway, we will read in between the lines to know exactly how the activities now have boiled down to a terrorist group. Fuel subsidy removal, Nigerians now enjoying the benefits. Boko Haram, Shetima, Ari Sharif. Anyway, my good people, please tighten your seatbelt. Let us go straight, because this one is going to be a brief one. I'm on my way going to the election petition tribunal court. So let me just do this one sharp, because I'll have to be live there to cover something that is happening there, if they will allow me. Because they say it's strictly on invitation. But then they read the APC, who keep Nigeria the way it is. They don't don't go by their supporters. Full everywhere the tribunal, they want to be protesting. They are supporting Tinubu, nonsense, useless youths. Igbo Social Cultural Organization OHANAEZE Igbo Youth Council Worldwide has warned Nigerians youth against perpetrating chaos in the country. As if you people are enjoying what is happening in the country. Everybody want to be relevant. You people comment on every matter. The advice came as a nation awaits the anxiety the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal today, Wednesday. Okute News reports that there is a palpable tension in the air with the fear that there could be protests should the judgment go against the expectations of certain persons, not the expectations of majority of Nigerians. Majority carries the vote. So please, mind your language. Supporters of the People's Democratic Party PDP and that of Labour Party want the tribunal to sack Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but for Tinubu's Poverty Congress APC members, his victory was well deserved and should be affirmed. Speaking via a statement made available to journalists on Tuesday, the national president of the OHANAEZE Youth Group, Mazi Okwu Nnabike, pleaded with the youths not to hoodwink by politicians. Okwu said there were indications that the politicians will recruit youths as usual to protest the outcome of the judgment. We, however, advise youths across the country to resist the temptation. It is only in times like this that politicians remember the youths. Once they get what they want, we are forgotten. No youth should make himself a willing tool in the hands of these desperate politicians. He further reminded the youths that the appeal court was still a first instance, certain that whatever is the outcome is still subject to the final judgment of the Supreme Court. We, however, appeal to security agencies not to harass or maim any Nigerian today. Rather, they should secure the lives of the citizens. That is what you morons supposed to concerned, not whether people protest or not. Yeah, peaceful protest does not require anybody to come and give you money to come and protest for your own right. Peaceful protest is the right of every citizen. That is how they exercise their anger. 2023 OBS reveals reason for damaged trust in INEC. Former Minister of Education Obiageli Ezekwesili has said a lack of transparency and operational failures reduce the trust of Nigerians in the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC. Ezekwesili stated this on Tuesday while delivering her speech at the National Dialogue for Professor Udenta's 60th birthday celebration in Abuja. The former minister stated that the shortcomings in law and electoral administration hinder the conduct of a well-run and inclusive elections, reduce trust in the process, and challenged the right to vote. Ezekwesili asserted that democracy belongs to all Nigerians and they have a duty to make it work in Nigeria and Africa. She asked what manner of democracy is in the country practicing when the nation's most recent elections were described with damning words by the European Union Observer Mission. She said, democracy, what manner of democracy are we practicing in Nigeria? The break from military government in 1999 was ushered in with enthusiastic cries of democracy at last, but citizens now ask, what manner of democracy when our most recent elections were described in the following damning words by the independent European Union at European Union in Nigeria Observer Mission. Shortcomings in law and electoral administrations hinder the conduct of well-run and inclusive elections and damage trust in INEC. A lack of transparency and operational failures reduce trust in the process and challenge the right to vote. UK to proscribe Russia's Wagner Group as terrorist organization, according to today's Times. The Defense Secretary of the United Kingdom Grand Sharps on Wednesday confirmed that British will prescribe the Russian mercenary outfit, the Wagner Group, as a terrorist organization. Sharps told Sky Sports, he said, given the activities they are involved with, it is important that as far as the UK is concerned, it will be illegal to be part of them. The Defense Secretary's statement is coming hours after British media reported that Home Secretary Suella Braverman was to make the Wagner Group a prescribed organization under anti-terror laws, putting it on a pair with Islamic State and Al-Qaeda. The Daily Mail quoted Braverman saying, Wagner is a violent and destructive organization which had acted as a military tool of Vladimir Putin's Russia overseas, while Putin's regime decides what to do with the monster it created. Wagner's continual destabilizing activities only continue to serve the Kremlin's political goals, according to the news. Under the Terrorism Act of 2000, the Home Secretary has the power to prescribe an organization if they believe it is involved in terrorism. The prescription order makes it a criminal offense to support the group. Braverman further stated, they are terrorists, plain and simple, and this prescriptions order makes that clear in UK law. Wagner has been involved in looting, torture, and barbarous murders. The group's operation in Ukraine, the Middle East, and Africa are a threat to global security, she said. That is why we are prescribing this terrorist organization and continue to aid Ukraine wherever we can in its fight against Russia. A draft measure to ban the Wagner Group under the Act will be led in Parliament on Wednesday, being today. Sharp said the measures will ban people in the UK from being actively involved in the group or displaying its logo anytime, anywhere. In July, Britain announced sanctions against 13 individuals and businesses it said had links to the Russian group in Africa, accusing it of crimes there, including killings and torture. Nigerians now enjoying the benefits of fuel subsidy removal, according to Boko Haram Shetima. Kashim Shetima has said that both state and federal governments are now enjoying more substantial allocations, a benefit from the removal of fuel subsidy from the premium motor spirit, also known as petrol or fuel. Okute News report that Shetima has started this on Tuesday while speaking at the 16th Annual Banking and Finance Conference organized in Abuja by the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria with the theme Nigeria's Economic Growth and Empowerment, the role of the financial service industries. According to the Shetima, those profiting from petrol subsidy scams are determined to sabotage the policies of the Tinubu's administration. The same Tinubu who sabotaged Goodluck Jonathan. Nonsense set of people. Shetima, however, stressed that the recent policies of the Tinubu's administration are already yielding tangible results, which we cannot see. He said, we know the consequences of unveiling a masquerade. We know the fuel scam industry is a very huge, loaded industry. They will make every effort to undermine us. But, as I said earlier, the removal of fuel subsidy is irrevocable. Truly, we are in their straits, according to Boko Haram member. Those funds promise a direct and positive impact on the lives of our citizens. Without the serially unaccounted fuel subsidies, we can now redirect our savings towards more deserving causes. We envision a future where no leader can resort to untired excuse of scarcity of funds to evade completion of projects or delayed salary payments. Nigeria is crafting a story where the welfare of our people takes precedence and financial accountability reigns supreme. Shettima therefore emphasized a stronger partnership with experts in the banking and finance industry could spur turning the economy around in recent time. The Vice President, whose remarks was titled "Our Priorities in a Post-Pandemic World," noted that we must now do what pessimists may regard as impossible, turning the economy around in record time. We seek your partnership in getting this done. We cannot take your support for granted. This journey towards economic rejuvenation is not one to be undertaken in isolation. It is a call to forge robust partnership with strategic nations and multilateral organizations for unity. Nigeria can reposition itself as a formidable, globally competitive partner. Support Tinubu's administration, Shettima tells the finance sector. Speaking further at the event on the role of banking and finance in rejuvenating the economy, Shettima called on the stakeholders to support Tinubu's administration in serving the nation. He said, "We have promised to reposition consumer finance and that we can't be done without you. We have promised to incentivize and finance value addition to our agriculture and other products, and you are our ally in this. We need you because Nigerian theaters on the edge of a precarious balance of payments as we import more than we export," according to the Boko Haram leader. The future is already here, and this industry is a springboard for the success of our reforms and programs, whether in incorporating blockchain technology or expanding financial inclusion to deliver dividends of democracy to banking and unbanked citizens. Nigeria is here to occupy the high table in a fast-changing world. Shettima stressed that the Tinubu administration has deemed it fit to prioritize food security and ending poverty. We are prioritizing improving the playing field on which people, and particularly companies like yours, operate. We are also prioritizing the rule of law and the fight against corruption. Each agenda cannot be fully implemented without your cooperation. On this part, the president of the Chartered Institute of Bankers, Mr. Ken Obara, said the event was the largest gathering of banking and finance professionals in Africa. Obara said the conference provides a platform for professionals to come together to drive the conversation on tropical issues that are critical to the growth of the Nigerian economy. The financial expert commended Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government reform initiative, saying that if well implemented, they could unlock the nation's economic potential. The reform initiatives, such as subsidy removal, unifying the foreign exchange regime, investing in infrastructure, promoting agriculture, supporting SMEs, and tax reforms, among others, if well implemented, will unlock the economic potentials of the countries, Obara said. In attendance were the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, and the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Capital Market, Senator Osita Izunaso. Others are Acting Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Folashadun Shonobi, and the World Bank representative in Nigeria, Mr. Shubham Chowdhury, according to the news. Anyway, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, now here I go take leave on. Make I just prepare. I am going to Abuja now. My flight is waiting for me, my private jet. So make when I use this one, they step down. As I will go there, I will go live, so that when I go watch everything where they happen to that election petition tribunal court live and clear. Have a nice day. May the good Lord bless you all as you listen, share, comment, and also subscribe. Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. That I come your way again. Bye for now, my wonderful people. Kemesiano. Abeg, help me share this message. Oh, I'm going. See you all in Abuja very soon.